Hey, sports fans, welcome back to another episode of the Bucky Sports Show. Tonight we're going to recap the Atlanta Colorado series and look ahead to this weekend's homestand, starting off with the Los Angeles Dodgers. First, let's talk about this Atlanta Colorado series that just happened. Game 1, Atlanta won 6-3. Bryce Elder got off to a shaky start, giving up a 3-run home run in the first. He ended up going 6 innings, giving up 3 runs on 5 hits and 2 walks with 4 strikeouts. After the first, he settled into the game and was good. It would be nice to see him put a complete game together, but we'll take what we got there. He was able to get his first win of the season. Braves bats were again hot. They have 14 hits with every player getting a hit. This is another game where they did not rely on a home run and were able to string hits together to score runs. Not only did they not rely on the home run, but they only had 2 extra base hits on the game. So 12 of their 14 hits were singles. They were able to get a double from Eli White in H2. H2's was a 2-run double. Alex Verdugo was once again good. He went 2 for 4 with an RBI. Sean Murphy was 2 for 5 with an RBI. Braves were able to hit 333 with runners in scoring position that night. They did leave 9 men on base, which I would like to see a little bit lower. But when you're hitting 333 with men in scoring position, you can't get a hit every time, but still 9's pretty high on the game. Game 2, Atlanta won that one 8-2. AJ Smith-Shawver was terrific in this game, picking up his second career win. He went 5 1/3 innings, giving up 2 runs. Unfortunately, he was hit around his elbow by a line drive with an exit velocity of over 105. He had to leave the game. Braves offense was once again good. They again have 14 hits with no home runs. They did have some more extra base hits in this game with 5. White had 2 of them with a triple and double. Austin Riley and Nick Allen each had 2 RBI, and H2 had 3 RBI in this game. Once again, they hit 333 with runners in scoring position. They left 8 men on base, which again is too high. Also to note, AJ Smith-Shawver said after the game that he was feeling good. I'm not sure. I looked after today's game. They've not announced anything that I could find. So I'm not sure what the outlook on him is long term. Hopefully he will be fine and be able to go on Monday. That was kind of what Snitker said after the game last night, that he has an extra day's rest and they're looking for him to start Monday's game. Hopefully that's the case for him. He was fantastic, especially in his first time in Colorado. Hopefully he'll be able to help Monday night and be ready to rock and roll. Game 3, Colorado won this one 2-1. Chris Sale, he comes back coming off his first win of the season. He gets a loss and hands Colorado their 5th win of the season. Now with that being said, I did not get to watch this game as I was dealing with some other things. I would have rather been watching the game than what I was dealing with, and that speaks volumes, because I don't know how you can go from scoring 8 runs in consecutive nights to scoring 1 run against this team. Credit to Dollander and the bullpen. They appeared to be very good. However, 3 hits against a guy that came in with a 7.91 ERA is absolutely pathetic. The good news, though, is Chris Sale went 7 innings and struck out 10. He did what he needed to do. He did what I wanted to see him do after the last series, and that was get deep into the game. Go 7 innings. Don't throw 100 pitches in 5 innings. Get deeper into it. He was able to go 7 innings today. He struck out 10. Numbers-wise, it looked like he pitched well. Anytime you can keep a team to 2 runs at Coors Field, you should leave the game with a win. That just wasn't the case today. Now, I also want to note that H2 hit leadoff again, going 0 for 4. He did have the lone RBI on a ground out. I still don't like him there and think Albies would be better there when Verdugo has a day off. Obviously, Snitker feels a little different about that than what I do. My series takeaway, at the end of the day, Game 3 is disappointing, but we won a series. If you win every series, you win the World Series. The offense was really good the first 2 games, collecting 28 hits, and the bullpen was really good, not allowing a run the entire series. And at the end of the day, those things will have to continue going into the weekend homestand against the Dodgers. And let's talk about that weekend homestand here against the Dodgers. The Braves are coming in at 14-16. They're third in the NL East now. The Dodgers coming in at 21-10 and first in the NL West. The previous series these two teams had, Dodgers swept the Braves. They won the games 6-1, 3-1, and 6-5. Braves come in hitting .245, which ranks 15th. They're led by Austin Riley. He is hitting .280 with 6 home runs and 20 RBI. Pitching comes in with an ERA of 4.22, ranking 21st. The bullpen has an ERA of 4, ranking 19th. The pitching staff needs to start finding a rhythm and consistency to lowering this ERA. You aren't going to win 2-1 games with this ERA. I think they showed that in the last game against Colorado today, who is the worst team in baseball. You have to keep consistent ERA low. If they can get their ERA down to around 3, that will be much better off, and they will start winning a lot more games consistently. Dodgers come in having scored 51 runs in their last 5 games. 51 of them. And those games were against Pittsburgh and Miami, but Jiminy Christmas, 51 runs in 5 games, that's impressive. They're hitting .258 as a team, which is 5th best. They're led by Teoscar Hernandez. He's hitting .310 with 9 home runs and 32 RBI. Pitching comes in with an ERA of 3.86, which ranks 13th. The bullpen has an ERA of 3.71, which is ranked 11th. Just a little other side note here. Freddie Freeman returns to Truist Park. He hit .333 in the month of April. He did have an ankle injury in late March that led him to miss the first series. He did return on April 11th, so he's been hitting .333 there since April 11th. Really seeing the ball well right now. Now let's move on to game number 1. That's Friday night at 7:15. Braves are going with Grant Holmes. He's 2-1 with an ERA of 4.50. Dodgers are going with Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He's 3-2 with an ERA of 1.06. In Holmes' outing earlier in the season, he gave up 4 runs on 4 hits and 4 walks in 4 innings against the Dodgers. He has been going better with a 2-0 record in his last 3 games. Yamamoto is 2-2 in April, but he's only given up 4 runs in 4 starts. In his 2 losses, he just didn't get any runs from his offense. Hopefully that continues Friday night, but I just don't see that happening. My prediction for Game 1, with how poor Holmes was in LA, I'm giving this advantage Dodgers. Game 2, Saturday, 7:15. That's the Fox game. Braves are going with Spencer Schwellenbach. He's 1-2 with an ERA of 2.87. Dodgers are going with, and I hope I say this right, Roki Sasaki. He's 0-1 with an ERA of 3.55. Schwellenbach has been good at home. He's 1-0 with an ERA of 1.29 at Truist Park. After his last outing, a game at home is exactly what he needs to get him back on track. Sasaki did not pitch well in his last outing against Pittsburgh. He gave up 3 runs and left the game behind. His offense did come back and scored some late inning runs to get the win there. My prediction on this game, I think Schwellenbach returns to Truist and has a good outing and gets back on track. With that, Sasaki has not thrown well in night games. He's better in day games. So I give Atlanta a slight edge in this game. Game 3, Sunday night, 7 o'clock, ESPN. What could be better than that? Unfortunately, the Braves are starting Bryce Elder, who's 1-1 with an ERA of 5.33. Dodgers are going with Dustin May, who's 1-1 with an ERA of 3.95. Elder's first appearance against the Dodgers this year, it did not go well. He gave up 3 runs in 4 innings. The issue hasn't gotten any better. Even in the win against Colorado, he gave up 3 in the first. If he has an inning like that against this team, it's going to be an early exit for him. And the other problem for the Braves is Dustin May. In his first appearance against the Braves this year, he gave up 1 unearned run on 1 hit in 6 innings. And the Braves' history against May isn't good either. They only have 1 person with a hit against him, and that is Marcell Ozuna. This game is advantage Dodgers. I have no reason to believe that Elder can beat May. The Braves can't hit May. Elder just gives up runs left and right. So when you throw those 2 things together in this game, that's going to be a disaster. Series prediction, the series will go to the Dodgers pretty easily. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a sweep, but I do think the Braves will win Schwellenbach's start. The Braves pitching is far too inconsistent, and the offense will have to figure out a way to score a lot of runs against a good pitching staff. The key for the Braves in this series will be bullpen. They will have to be locked in every game to give the Braves a chance. Hopefully, the bats can stay going and get some runs, and Braves pitching can start figuring things out back home. But I still think Dodgers are, I think, the best team in baseball. Their record may not indicate it right now, but I think they are loaded with talent and easily the best team in baseball. So Braves will have to play darn near perfect to pull this series out. With that, I will wrap up this episode. I'll be back on Sunday night or Monday with a recap of the Dodgers series and preview next week's series against the Cincinnati Reds. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, comment. Have anything you want me to discuss, email me at buckysportsshow@gmail.com. Again, that's buckysportsshow@gmail.com. And as always, enjoy the games and go Braves!